What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Intuned Death Mania Week special. I am here with my boy, Mr. Zach Clark. Zach, what is up? How are you feeling for Mania
Oh,
Week?
feeling great. I mean, you got pretty good stuff going on in the Indies. You got Stand and Deliver, which was great. You got night one and night two at WrestleMania. It's like insane. I can't wait to see what action we're getting this week.
Well, I spent a couple hours this morning on the phone with you, obviously, writing down all of the stuff we have going on. Not that I have every match card um written down, but I do have most of the important match cards written down. Some of the smaller shows I couldn't really get to. I couldn't find some of the cards. Like I couldn't find the DDT card or the TJPW card. Well, I did find that one, but it was very long. It was a long time after. Um, but uh, as my podcast is a deathmatch podcast, we're gonna start with the death matches of the week. Not very much death match going on this year because of H2O not being around. Usually, if we had H2O, we would have the week of the Mania week that H2O usually puts on, which I forgot what it was called from last year. But they had their own mini collective at H2O. Um, RPW Miasma 2 in the dive bar, Las Vegas, Nevada. Tim Strange versus Hoodfoot. Gonna be a banger. Tim Strange always puts on nasty, nasty, nasty matches. Lou Nixon versus Eric Dillinger. Obviously gonna be a banger. Anything Eric Dillinger is in good is good. Um, Judge Joe Dredd versus Casanova Valentine in I think it was a 2 out of 3 falls um, match, which they're gonna go balls to the wall because this is a feud in the making. Um, Jack Harrop coming over from the UK, son of Iceman versus Remington Roar. One of my dream matches for both of them, which is going to be fucking phenomenal. Um, Doctor Redacted versus Big F and Joe. Redacted always goes crazy. Dmitry Alexandrov versus Nathan Mowry, which is a fucking huge match for both of these guys. Both young, very young talents, both very good. That should be a really banger of a match. B.A. Rose versus Tommy Trainwreck. A big, meaty man match. We love those. Um,
Yes, we do.
B.A. Rose is one of my favorite UK talents from deathmatch scene over there. Uh, and the big match that was just made, RSP, Ricky Shane Page versus Drake Younger. Schlack is unfortunately injured. He has a pulled groin, or no, a torn groin. So unfortunately, he's out. But Drake Younger answered the call. He's stepping in. Pain in the Glass death match gonna be fucking phenomenal. Um, the Marks RS show. They present Cinnabite, or I don't know how to say it. Cenobite. I don't know. But the card is absolutely stacked from top to bottom. I we're gonna start at the bottom. Judge Joe Dredd versus Tim Strange. That was the first match announcement. I went in the order that I found him. Um, Iceman versus Jack Harp. Father versus son. Again, happening in the United States. I witnessed their last their last father versus son in America, which was fucking phenomenal. Um, it was a no barbed wire death match. It's pretty crazy. Um, Remington Roar versus Otis Kogar, another big man match. We love those. Um, I don't know who the tag team match is. Creeps versus Violence. I don't know who either of them are. Uh, but kudos to you guys getting on this card. It's a phenomenal card. Big F and Joe versus Nathan Mowry. Again, Nathan Mowry deserves everything. Um, and their main event are Ricky Shane Page versus Nick Gage versus Alex Colon. Zach, you got your first taste of Nick Gage this weekend. How did you enjoy that, and what was your thoughts?
It was amazing. Like sitting there, like working for a wrestling company, having a man like Nick Gage step foot into PCWA is pretty awesome. Him versus Tony Deppen put on a hell of a show, which will be out soon, guys. And then you'll see the amazing action that happened. I know you were the referee, and I know you loved it for sure because you were excited about it and hyped about it like, way before the match happened. And I was just excited to sit there during the main event to watch that man finally wrestle because it's been like a dream come true for me to meet the guy and watch him in person because I never went to a GCW show, which I'm trying to get to one. And it was like, well, shit, what the fuck am I gonna do? Until we brought Nick Gage in, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be great. And then once I heard he's facing Tony Deppen in a hardcore match, I was like, ooh, that's gonna be a banger and violent.
Again, I warned Greg before the show. I said, just wait. You don't know what you got yourself into by booking Nick Gage. And he goes, ah, we'll be fine. And then he came up to me in the match and he goes, we need to move this back in the ring. I'm like, see, I told you. You didn't listen to me. But
Yeah,
um, no, Gage was at a show called PCWA. Again, that should be out soon. Check check for
it will
my
be.
page and Zach's page for that show.
Or the PCWA page because which we'll throw a little shout out to the PCWA page there. Their first episode is I forget what it is. It's the dude versus Jay Flyer. I think it's I forget it's someone faced Autumn Breeze for the Diamond Women's title and some other title. I don't remember, but it's gonna be streaming I believe this Saturday. So make sure you go check it out and support them and support us because we love to get new subscribers on that PCWA channel and we love to get some new fans because we have a lot of fans from all over the place that watch our stuff and you'll see me in a couple of the videos because obviously I'm a manager, so you'll see me in a lot of those. If you go look at the old videos and then you'll see some new ones coming out this year, which there's going to be one coming out. It's Tony Toxic versus the American Pitbull Jack Capone for the NTW Tag Team titles. I'm not going to give anything away because I watched it myself, but it's not out yet. Once it gets out, go check it out.
Yeah, and again, go check out Gage versus Tony Deppen. That will be out soon. Amazing match. They put on a banger.
They did.
Um, now let's go into the one card that I was unexpecting to be so good. Because I was looking at it myself just today for the first time, and I was like, man, they really put this card together. The TNA presents Unbreakable Thursday, April 17th. Sammy Callahan versus Mance Warner in a barbed wire massacre match. Uh, Gonna be a banger. I love Mance Warner. I love Sammy Callahan. They've always put on really good stuff. Um,
That's gonna be crazy. Shit's about to hit the fucking fan on that one.
um, there's a 6-man tag. Mike Santana and the Hardys versus Mustafa Ali and the Nemeths.
Mm,
So Nick and
Ryan.
what's his Ryan Nemeth. Thank you.
Yep.
Um, what do you think about that match?
Cool.
What do we think?
I feel like this is interesting because Mike Santana and the Hardys are great in ring competitors, and then you have Nick Nemeth, which is a great in ring competitor. You have Mustafa Ali, which obviously he is phenomenal as well, just like the other guys. I never saw Ryan Nemeth wrestle, but I know he's great like his brother. So this match right here, I'm not gonna say it's match of the night. It's gonna be great by the looks of it. So I hope they put on a great show though. Hopefully it's a great like match to have for a Mania card.
Yeah, this show looks really good. We also have a tag team match: Joe Hendry and Masha Slamovich versus Frankie Kazarian and Tessa Blanchard. Ah, your face when I said
Mm,
Tessa Blanchard.
mm, mm.
Not a fan?
Not really a fan of Tessa Blanchard. Like, I mean, she's a good wrestler. I'll say that she's a great wrestler. But I'm not really a huge fan like I am with a lot of talent on TNA because there's a certain people like on NXT, Raw, SmackDown, all that. Like, I have my favorites. I don't have my favorites. Like, there could be reasons why, but we're not going to disclose that.
Fair. Then we have all three of these matches are kind of tied together. Um, Triple threat match: Eddie Edwards versus Ace Austin versus Steve Macklin.
That's gonna be good.
Um, Zachary Wentz versus JDC, which is Fandango, versus Eric Young, and then winners of those two matches go on to face AJ Francis for the TNA. I think it's International Championship or some shit like that.
I have
It's
no
a
idea. I
new
haven't watched.
it's a new title that TNA came out with, but
I, I haven't watched TNA, so I have no idea.
that's fair. I was just going out with that car.
That's fine.
Oh,
I'm a fan of TNA. I just don't really sit there and like watch a part like AEW and WWE for some
all
reason.
right. Oh, mm, do. Okay. So now that we got through the TNA card, um, by the way, I really hope Eric Young wins this title. He's been around a long time. He deserves the title. Or Steve Macklin.
Oh yeah.
Steve Macklin's really good. I just hope they don't give it to AJ Francis. No
No.
offense, Flop Dollar. Um,
So but,
no, have you ever? I was the. Speaking of AJ Francis, um, did you ever watch the rap battle between him and somebody else?
no, I haven't.
I forgot what the other guy's name was, but it was a rap battle, right? And he goes, and the one of the bars was, I turned on SmackDown and saw you flop over the top rope. How could I defend that? And because he was trying to get his girlfriend to watch SmackDown with him, and she thinks she was like, oh, wrestling's fake, this and this, and and then the whole flop dollar thing happened, and that was just, I thought that bar was so funny, and he roasted the absolute dog shit out of him.
That was
Um,
great.
Um, so we have a few different cards in the next page of notes I have. Defy presents Living Proof. We have some pretty big names on this card. Um, C4 Negro Casas. I forgot if I said his name wrong. I apologize. Versus Bollywood Boys Angelino Del Mal. Um, the Rock and Roll Express, legendary tag team. One of the top tag teams of all time. Versus the Midnight Heat. Um, that match should be very good. They're both very technically skilled. Both very technically skilled teams. And I have nothing but the best for that. I hope nothing but the best for that match. Sinner and Saint versus Lycos Jim versus not even gonna say that name. This name's because I'm gonna fuck him up, and I don't want to do that, and I don't want to sound like an asshole. Um, I've never seen the final team wrestle, but I've seen Sinner and Saint like it was Jim. It should be a really good match. Vert Vixen, Amira, and Viva Van versus Nicole Matthews, Rio, not the Rio you think it is. And Lisa Hall. I don't know these women. Three of them. I don't know. I know Viva Van, Vert Vixen. I don't know Amara. Um, but I'm interested to learn, and we'll see that. We'll see what that comes of that match. Um, from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Evil, Mr. Evil versus Michael Oku from Rev Pro. Um, I've watched Evil for the past 2 years. He's really good. Oku is absolutely fucking phenomenal. I have a thumbs up on my screen. Um, yeah, Michael Oku's pretty thumbs up. Um, I enjoy every single one of his matches. I got to I got to meet him in person. He's very nice. Uh, yeah, he should be a very good match. High hopes, high expectations for that match. I expect nothing less of that match. Um, should be a good one. Clark Connors versus Man Like Doris versus ELP. Um, there's not much I could say about this match except I'm not a big fan of Man Like Doris. Never have been. But he's growing on me. He's been growing on me lately. Oh, 1-2-1. ELP, always been a fan. Clark Connors, well, it's Clark Connors.
You're getting
Um,
thumbs up every time you mention them. You're getting thumbs ups.
uh, my personally gonna be one of my favorite matches of the day. Uh, Kenta versus Mance Warner. That's gonna be
Really good.
a heater.
That's gonna be insane.
I see Mance Warner. See, people think Mance Warner is just an old school deathmatch wrestler. No, he's a good wrestler. He's old school, and I like that he's old school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's it for the Defy Living Proof show. Um, there's only one, two, three, four, five, six, seven matches on that card, which actually I thought it was more or less, but um, couple cards I could not fully find. Dragon Gate, shout out to them. Shout out to WrestleCon, their super show. I couldn't find much about. I did see it on Triller, but I couldn't write it all down because it was too late. Um, Personally, this next show I have a lot to talk about. This next show been thinking a lot about. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Bloodsport, GCW, Josh Barnett's Bloodsport.
Mhm.
Give me a second. Okay, so first match that was just announced a couple days ago. Um, mm, no, I'm gonna start at the bottom. We'll make our way to the top. Layla Hirsch, out of nowhere. I don't know where Layla Hirsch has been for the past fucking 8 months, but she's back. Layla Hirsch versus Jordan Blade is the first match of Bloodsport. Haven't seen Layla Hirsch, like I said, in a while, so I'm happy to see her back. I don't know who Jordan Blade is.
Me either.
Um, Tavion Heights versus Royce Isaacs. Tavion Heights is from NXT. Royce Isaacs is from New Japan Pro Wrestling. So we do kind of have a uh, crossover match here. WWE versus New Japan Pro Wrestling. Um, Charlie Dempsey versus Shinya Aoki.
Hmm.
NXT superstar versus I think he's from New Japan as well. Um, which is pretty cool. I like all these crossover matches that they have. Um, Carmen Petrovic versus Maki, not Maki Ito, but oh, it's Micah. Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounce the names. I'm not very good at this. Um, there's some pretty big names on this card. I'm not gonna lie. Karrion Cross versus Junior Kratos, which Karrion Cross is alone, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
If if I was in Vegas, this would be my hot spot right here. This spot, the Bloodsport has stars written all over it. The next match itself sells the entire card. Timothy Thatcher versus Pete Dunne.
That's gonna be a good one.
Now, if I know anything, Pete Dunne and Timothy Thatcher go hard every time. Both very good, very technically skilled wrestlers. I'm excited what Pete Dunne could do in an environment like Bloodsport. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Jonathan Gresham. Again, back to back bangers. Um, this next match, personally, I'm looking forward to because I've watched Yamashita for a while. Um, it's Miyu Yamashita versus Natalia.
Oh,
Yes, Natalia. You heard it right, Natalia.
pretty much. Even the cat doesn't like that. Doesn't like that name, Italia.
No, the cat doesn't like what I'm doing.
Nope.
Um, Shayna Baszler is on this card too. Versus Stardom's Konami. Again, another big crossover. Stardom, WWE. This show has just a war of worlds. Um, then I'm sure Josh likes to book himself in the main event. Josh Barnett versus Gabe Kidd. Gabe
Ooh.
Kidd's fucking phenomenal.
Hmm.
I like Gabe Kidd.
Fuck. This is why we should be in Vegas right now.
I agree. All right, what's next? What's next? What's next? That's the last page. Okay. All right. We're gonna get through these last these this page here, and then we'll spend some time and talk about NXT um stand and deliver. We'll have a good bit of time to do that. That's why I haven't been really sharing my predictions for these shows, just because I want to get to my predictions and Zach's predictions for stand and deliver. So we'll get to those in shortly. Really? Is this necessary? Let's just put them on the floor. Okay. Again, there's another show, Stardom. Shout out to Stardom. It's gonna be a great show. I don't know who's on that show, and I don't. Um, I'm gonna watch it, but I don't know who's gonna be on it. Personally, gonna be my favorite show of the weekend, the clusterfuck.
I knew that was coming.
Joey Janela's Spring Break, the absolute best fucking show of all of WrestleMania week. The clusterfuck. Look, I don't care how many people are in it. This is going to be a great clusterfuck. And let me just tell you this: the names that they have announced so far are absolutely insane. I'm not going over all of them. I don't have enough time for that bullshit. There's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a big clusterfuck. Watch to find out. It's usually the last show of the collective. Um, but there is a match, another match on the clusterfuck that we can get to, um, that we can talk about. It is the Scramble Cage match Marcus Mathers versus Sidney Akeem versus Ninja Mac versus Man Like Doris versus Mike D. Um, I'm a big fan of Marcus, Sidney, Ninja, Marcus. I don't know who the hell Mike D is. Um, it's a very, very, very unoriginal name. Um, no offense to whoever Mike D is. No offense to you, but it's a very, very original name. Um, but I hope Marcus walks out with the victory on this one. Um, that's it for the clusterfuck. Go watch that. That's gonna be fucking funny and amazing. Um, can't find the full card for TJPW versus DDT versus GCW. So shout out to that Joe. I know Matt Tremont's on that show. Mance Warner's on the show. I don't know who else is on the show, so don't yell at me. Um, I found out that BZW is running that weekend. Shout out to them as well. They're from a different country. I don't know what country. Again, don't yell at me. Um, the WWE ID tournament.
Oh boy.
Um, Personally, another thing I'm most excited for, the WWE ID tournament. Um, I think it's FSW and GCW that are running the tournaments. I don't remember exactly, but the opening round matches are Zeta Steel versus Kylie Ray. Zeta Steel, full of potential. Kylie Ray. I feel like she's been on Tough Enough before, but she didn't win. But other than that, we got Marcus Mathers versus Sam Holloway in a no DQ match. Um, it's WWE said double. Wait, first round double. No, two loss elimination or double elimination first round. I don't know it. I think it's talking about the triple threat match. Ice Williams versus Atticus Kogar, deathmatch guy. Um, Again, I want to talk about that. That Atticus Kogar being in a WWE, um, just a WWE affiliated show is insane. Like I absolutely love that for Atticus Kogar. He deserves the best. He deserves the world. Versus Aaron Roberts. I don't know who Aaron Roberts is. I know who Ice Williams is partly. I know who Rourke. Uh, he's really good. I don't know who It's Gal is. Uh, Oren Rourke versus It's Gal. Jordan Oasis, I've heard that name, versus Freedom Ramsey. Um, Zara Sakur versus Izzy Moreno. I know. You know who Izzy Moreno is?
Mm-mm, yeah, I know who she is.
It's the
I know.
little hugger chick,
Yeah,
hugger girl. When
yeah.
she was younger, she was in front row of
Remember
NXT,
that?
and now she's a WWE ID.
Hell yeah.
Shout
Can't
out
wait.
to her. Congratulations to her. She deserves it. Um, 6-man tag match: Jack Cartwheel, Sean Legacy, and Cappuccino Jones
It seemed
versus
interesting.
Jackson Drake and Swipe Right, which we've actually seen a lot of Swipe Right on NXT TV recently, which very very interested. I really like them. I like Jackson Drake as well. I got to talk to him for a little bit. back in November. He's really nice. He deserves a good shot at this. Um, the next show on the collective, the fourth rope, presents Heels Have Eyes for the Culture. We have a steel cage match. Zilla Fatu versus Josh Bishop for the
Mm.
fourth rope World Heavyweight Championship, which would be obviously a banger. We know Zilla Fatu can go hard. Josh Bishop
That's
is just as good. I think Josh Bishop should be signed to somewhere. Josh Bishop's great. Um, Tiara James versus Maya World. Um, this is a banger triple threat match. Mustafa Ali versus Trevor Lee, which is
Cameron
you know,
Grimes.
yeah, okay. Versus Leon Slater. Be a great triple threat match. We have a flyweight, the debuting flyweight title, 20-man battle royal, which I'm excited. I guarantee you Flop Dollar is gonna win that one. Um, Matt Riddle versus Gabe Kidd in a very very good strong style match. That's gonna be um.
That's gonna be fucking insane for sure.
Oh yeah, Matt Riddle versus Gabe Kidd. They're gonna go hard. And then we have an open challenge for the fourth rope tag team championships. The Hardys versus open challenge. Who's going to be the open challenge? I don't know. I personally can't guess. But there's going to be a lot of people around and in Mania weekend, so we'll see gets who answers that challenge. Um, Shout out to a few companies that I couldn't find their cards for. Well, I could find the cards for, but I just don't have the time to go over. Effie's Big Gay Brunch, Progress Wrestling, Rise from the UK. Shout out to them. They're doing Rise or Die in the America again. And NFC Killamania. I love them. Shout out to Casanova Valentine. That show is going to be great. Um, Now we have one of the bigger shows, one of the bigger shows of Mania weekend. The Joey Janela's Spring Break 9. The Wagner family versus Los Desperados. Mance Warner versus Gabe Kidd. The epic rematch from um, JCW. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. versus One Called Manders. Love One Called Manders. I'm so excited for that match. Megan Bain versus Bozilla. I don't know who Bozilla is. Masha Slamovich versus Suzu Suzuki. Um, the old timer scramble. I don't know who's all in that match. I'm not going through it. Uh, Fuego del Sol versus Atticus Kogar in a Mask versus GCW career match. Um, Atticus is definitely going over in that one. There's no question. I hope he does. Um, Violence is Forever versus Alec Price and a mystery partner. I love Cole Radrick. I I hope he's healing up well. Alec Price. We'll see who his mystery partner is. But the match that I'm most looking forward to for the entire weekend, Joey Janela versus Sabu. No rope barbed wire. Sabu's final match. It's gonna burn the whole house down. It's gonna kill. everything. It's this is what Sabo said. He said it's going to be better than Born to Be Wired. So I'm looking forward to that. And now, Saturday morning at 10 o'clock on, actually 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, NXT Stand and Deliver. Oh, wait. Hold on. You got to do it right. Stand and Deliver.
There you go.
Yeah, do it the right way. Um, Now, what match do you want to start off with first, Zach, for
Ooh. Man, these
NXT?
matches. I'm gonna say this before we start off. All these matches are really great. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen when the stand deliver. Because last year's wasn't bad because I was at the stand deliver last year. It was alright. But well, I'm gonna see if this one can top last year's. Same with WrestleMania. But the first one we're gonna start off with is Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints for the NXT North American Championship.
I'm down. What? Who's your? What's your?
Prediction.
What's your
Uh,
verdict?
my verdict and my prediction. My prediction is that I have Ricky Saints walking out as the champion. Nothing against Ethan Page. I feel like Ricky Saints just won this title not too long ago. Like I think like 2 weeks ago when he beat Sean Spears on NXT. So I feel like Saints should just keep retaining this title until it's time for him to drop it to whoever's next. But all ego is always going to smile. And he's always going to put on a great show. But that match is going to
Yeah,
be great for
I
sure.
think Ricky Saints is winning too. Um, or they could do a little hot potato effect where, because what's his Sean Spears didn't have it that long either.
No, he
Um,
didn't.
I wonder if we could do a little bit of a hot potato effect where Ethan Page gets it and then keeps it captive, and then Saints or somebody else wins it. Big baby face wins it off of him.
Yeah.
Um, I could see them doing something like that, or just Ricky Saints winning again. Ricky Saints retaining. Um, what do you want to do next?
Mm. We could do that ladder match.
All right. Zarya versus Lola Vice versus Thea Hale, Sol Ruka, Kalani Jordan, and Izzy Dane. Who's walking out NXT North American Champion or NXT Women's North American Champion? My apologies.
So last night, like I told you on the phone earlier, CJ, is that the problem with that for me? I had two people. I know it's predictions. You got to go with one, but I'm not going to go with two for mine. But I'm still going to say two on here either way. The only two people I see winning is Soruka and Zarya. But if I have to go with one, Zarya.
That would be cool to put her in that match or in that spot for the.
Yeah.
But honestly, I want to see. I want to see Thea Hale hold a title. I know it's pretty wild, but she was very smooth with it. Um,
She was. I wouldn't mind either way because I mean I like all those women there in that match is gonna be great. It's gonna be interesting, but it's not gonna change my mind about Zarya because Zarya. The reason I have Zarya winning is because Zarya when she first came in, right before Halloween Havoc when you and me went, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting, and then she appeared at Halloween
uh huh.
Havoc, taking down Henley and Fatal Influence. So I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And once she had her in-ring debut match, I started liking it because she has potential. If
Right.
Zarya doesn't win this title, it's okay. She'll get another crack at the championship soon.
Oh
either
yeah,
way. So
she
it doesn't matter. Same with Soruka, Izzy Dame. All these people are going to get a crack at it at some point down the line if they don't win this match.
right.
But I see talent in all these women. That women's wrestling is like one of my favorites as well, right next to men's, because they showcase everything, even a special week like this.
What is today? Today's Wednesday.
Yeah,
Okay. Tonight, the collective kicks off with the WWE ID tournament.
Get out of my sight.
And um Dragon Gate USA. So make sure to tune into Triller TV for both of those. Um Next matchup we have for NXT, Fraxium versus Hank and Tank.
I got Fraxium winning because I'm not like a fan of Fraxium as much, but I feel like they're still gonna hold these tag titles because my buddy told me the other night. He's like, "Oh, Hank and Tank." Oh, this is actually the last time my buddy told me. I said that Hank and Tank ain't gonna win the tag titles. He's like, "They should because Frazier and Axiom are gonna get called up to the main roster." I said, "What if they do this? They retain the tag titles, and then on Tuesday, either next week or somewhere around before the WWE draft, they lose the tag titles to like OTM or somebody or whoever they go against." I could see happening for sure if they end up walking out, but I do have Frazier and Axiom retaining their tag titles.
What's the matter?
Yeah, I don't know. Hank and Tank have been pretty over lately, but it's just Fraxium has held the titles for so long. I think they're gonna pull out the victory and retain the title. S- Um, uh, let's do the Fatal Four Way tag team match. Legend Jackson, Jade Perez, Gigi Tatum, JC, and Henley.
Now this one really is tough for me now because I'm not really a fan of Lash and Jakar. They're a great talent, but the reason I'm saying it's hard for me because you got my favorite tag team, Fatal Influence, which is JC and Fallon, and then you got freaking Roxanne and Cora. So it's like, what the hell are we gonna fucking do with this? Like, what's gonna happen here? And nothing against Tatum and Gigi. I like those. I like them too, but it's just tough. I really
Yeah,
have no. I have no idea on this one. I'm still stuck on this one because it's gonna be tough. But if I have to go, I'm just gonna throw two of them in there, two picks in there. Then I'll make my mind up later on. I
fair
got
enough.
JC and Fallon and Cora and Roxanne. One of those two I have winning.
Fair enough. I want Gigi and Tatum to win. That's just that's biased
I gotta
as
go see it though.
hell.
I swear to fucking god, I said like a one contendership for tag titles, but again, the NXT tag team women's tag team titles have been around at all that I know of. I have to go freaking look again, but yeah, but they haven't been around since I think Isla and Alba. Have, yeah, I don't remember, but yeah, I had to go back and look once we're done on stream. But yeah, all right, let's see what we
All
got
right.
next.
Dark State versus D'Angelo family.
Ooh. What I saw last night on NXT, I feel like the D'Angelo family are gonna win this. I hate saying this. I really don't want to see this at all, but I feel like Stax is the leader behind Dark State.
See, I want Dark State to win.
Ooh. I mean, either way, it would be interesting to watch. But I still got the D'Angelo family, so
Right.
I need to mind of that. But I do think Stax is going to be either the leader. For I don't know. If I don't know. It's confusing with the leader of Dark State stuff, which we'll get to after these predictions. But we're gonna have to talk some more about that at some point, like right after, because it's really interesting.
Yeah, the dark state thing. We really think we don't have a exact answer of we who we think is the leader of dark state. I feel like it could be the one of the three people in our main event. What is
Could
up
be.
with you cats today? And trying. Okay. Um. Before we get to the triple threat main event, we have the fatal four way: Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker. Oh, this is Stephanie Valkyrie. Oh, Jesus.
Now this match right here is really gonna be good. It's
Oh
gonna be
yeah,
great. It's gonna be a banger. But
Jada
walking out this
Parker
match,
is
I
one
got
of the best
uh,
women's wrestlers in all of NXT,
yeah, true. But
and
one
that's
one
on
my
facts.
prediction. Now my prediction. I don't know. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Why are you choosing this person? Because she held the title already." I'm choosing Julia. I feel like Julia's gonna win her title back.
I wish Jada Parker would win. She deserves the title. I don't know what else to say. But if I get hate for it,
That's what
whatever.
I'm saying about Julia. Like, if someone's giving me hate that Julia should not win, if someone's gonna be like, "Oh, Julia doesn't deserve to win the title back," I think like she should win it back. I mean, Valkyrie had her great reign, but if it's time for Julia to win her championship back and have her and Valkyrie go at it
I got it. That's all I got.
in a one-on-one
All right.
again.
Who's walking out? So Julia, you're going with Julia.
Yep.
I'm going with Jada. Even though
Ooh,
I'm not, even though it's not gonna happen, but realistically, I think Stephanie Vacquier might walk out with it again.
who knows? We'll find out.
Um,
It's Shawn Michaels, so we don't know.
triple threat main event, which also will lead into a dark state conversation. Um, personally, I think the leader of dark state, Trick Williams versus Javon Evans versus Obafemi.
Now, I'm actually excited about this, and I'm looking forward to this triple threat because you have talent like Trick Williams, that's a former NXT champion, hell of a star. He's a great wrestler. Obafemi,
Mm.
one of the best I've seen when he first came to the main roster, won the North American title, and then won the NXT championship. It was awesome. And then Javon Evans, the young OG. Javon Evans, this kid has great talent. He can hold. I don't care what championship it is, even if he gets to the main roster. I can see this man holding like a U.S. title, a world title, intercontinental, North American. Like Javon has it all. But these three men combined
Oh, 100%.
is interesting. But this is really tough for me, and I have two on this one, but I'm gonna go with one. It's either Javon or Oba I have walking out as champion. But if I have to go with one, I gotta go with Obafemi retaining his title. Because the reason I'm saying that, I feel like Oba's gonna retain the title, celebrate that he retained it. Lights go out, Darkseid jumps Oba, and then Trick gets right up and looks at Oba and starts attacking Oba too. And then we'll find out if Trick's the leader. That's if he's the leader. If not, then if it's not Trick, if it's not Javon or Oba, then it's Stax Lorenzo. Those are only Stax is still my pick for the whole Dark State thing, but we'll get to that then. But yeah, I got Oba retaining the title.
Well, no, let's get to it now. We have a couple minutes left.
Oh, I know. I just got my prediction done, but I was gonna let you get yours done. And then we can go get into it. So go right ahead.
Um, I think whoever the leader of Dark State is whoever wins the title.
Fair enough. But now, since we don't have the predictions for Stand Deliver, um, the whole Dark State thing when it first came, everybody thought Dion Lennox was like the leader, but that's not true. I feel like there's someone behind this. There's a
I
lot
don't know all their
to this.
names. What's all their
Neither.
names?
I don't remember. I know one's Dion Lennox. I forget. It was in one of the segments with the D'Angelo family. I can't remember the names, but like I said, Dion Lennox is the only one I know out of that group. But the thing that just kind of like kills me to see with this thing, with this whole Dark State, this the leader thing,
Uh,
is like I feel like it's weird because Oba got attacked, Javon got attacked, Trick got attacked. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, are if they're not if one of these guys are the leaders, then why would you have them get attacked? But I think they're just playing with the story.
because it's a ruse. It's a route.
True,
It's a ruse. Like it's a play on. Hey, we might be buddy buddy, but I'm gonna stab you in the back in 5 minutes.
true. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see Javon as a heel, though. I would love to see Javon Evans turn heel.
You
That'd be
think
my favorite thing to watch.
it's Savon?
It could be. If it's not Stacks, probably Javon. If not Javon, probably Trick. Can't be Oba.
I don't think it's Obi. That would be very interesting if it was Oba.
Hmm. Yeah. But
When I mean
in reality,
interesting, I mean fucking interesting.
well, yeah, but in reality, I don't see Oba being the leader. So it's either Trick or Javon or Stacks. Those are the only three that's left on the table, in my opinion.
It's definitely wait. That's weird though that the Javon that all of them that D'Angelo got the match with Dark State.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we'll see. Zach, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, heel Zach Clark. I don't remember my Twitter username. My YouTube channel is Zachary Clark. My TikTok is heel Zach Clark, just like my Instagram. And like I said, make sure you do check out PCWA. You'll see me on there every week when the videos get uploaded. And shout out to everybody on this card for clusterfuck and all these events. Good luck to my boy Nick Gage. Good luck to Gabe Kidd. Good luck to everybody on this card. Can't wait to see what happens for this week. And I can't wait to see what happens for Stand Deliver. Good luck to all the people in this match, all these matches that we just read off for Stand Deliver. And even though we didn't have Mania night 1 and 2, we'll get to that another night when we get all those written out, and then we'll do our predictions from there. But yeah, it's gonna be a great Mania week.
Thank you everybody for watching. Um, Make sure to stay locked in. Stay tuned in to everybody that's going on, everything and everyone that is doing stuff and going on Mania Week. We love you, and we will see you in the next one. Peace out.